Hey Kickers, AJ here. So for this DW this week, we are going to be doing more circuit style training. So this particularly, you're going to do this round 4 times if you're pretty much all good to go. If you can get to like 3 or 2, that's perfectly fine, but pretty much 4 is going to be your average goal. Like I said, usually just take your time with it. The intensity of the rounds really depends on how many reps you try to push in for each one. So even if you are doing like 2 rounds, for example, and you want to like try to burn out with those, go for it. But otherwise, if you feel like you need to kind of take your time, you want to try to just more so a lengthier workout, but without killing your body too significantly, ease up a bit, take an intermediate pace, and then you should be all good to go. But anyway, let's get it going. We're doing 10-minute circuit here, and we'll get started out soon. All right, so let's get started. We're gonna go and get warmed up first. So as usual, we're just going to go start out with a nice light jog, running in place, feet up and down just like so. I'm gonna go for about a minute. Nice and light. Keep it up, heels to the butt. 30 more seconds. Try to bring those knees up in front of you now. About 10 more seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Nicely done. So next thing we're going to be doing now, we're going to actually get acquainted because we're going to do a lot of floor exercises right now. So right from here, after our break, we're going to start off first just going on our all fours, crab walk position. So what we're going to do here, we're actually just going to just shoot up, hold for a second, bring it back down, shoot up, hold for a second, bring it back down. So this is also like dynamically stretching out your shoulders and stuff, but for the most part here, just focusing again, just lengthening out, really thrust the hips up, try to get your body pretty much like a table flat and sit it back down to the ground, and also just kind of getting, like I said, your shoulders nice and tight, or nice and not nice and tight, nice and loose, excuse me. So let's get it going in 3, 2, 1, and go. Up, back down. Doing good, guys. Keep it up. Trying to keep an eye on my clock while you guys are doing this. Give it about 30 seconds. All the way up. Push back down. Almost there. Breathe, thrust the hips up. Five, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Nicely done. Now from here, we're going to go into the other side, flip it over, going from downward dog, we're basically piking, keeping our arms and legs straight, head in between, and then from here, we're just going to, walk it out, go into plank, back straight as much as you can, core tight, then walk it back, stretch it out. Okay, so for 1 minute, we're going to be doing that in about 3, 2, 1, and go. Yep, go. Straighten out, walk it back out. Straighten out, walk it back out. And you'll get a nice calf stretch too. If your legs are straight, knees are straight, and locked out, and you get in position. And like I said, really focus on tightening that core. So when you guys lengthen out, you're all good to go. Doing nicely, guys. About 30 seconds. out. We don't know how much more. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Nicely done. Now for this one here, we're going to go do the opposite. So instead of walking out, we're actually going to lengthen our legs out, and then we're going to bend the knees in. But this time you got to make sure that your knees aren't touching the floor. Again, core nice and tight, staying on the balls of our feet, back straight, and lengthening out. So this time you'll definitely feel more of a workout in your lower abdomen region for this one, and as well as your shoulders too. So it's very crucial, like I said, when you're doing this, strengthen out the legs, then bend the knees without the knees touching the floor. That's the key part here. And lengthen the back out. So get a little bit of a more like calf strengthening too here with your core. Nice stretch as well if you feel this. So if you're doing that, you're feeling the stress on your core and a little bit on your calf muscles here, you're doing great. So anyway, let's get started out in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. Up, then down. Up, then down. Keep it up. Up, then down. Up, then down. Doing good, guys. Up, then down. Up, then down. About 30 seconds. Up, and down. Back straight. Up, flatten out. Then down. Up, then down. Up, then down. 15. Up, then down. Up, then down. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Should be good, guys. Nicely done. So next thing we're going to do here, right? So for this one, we're going to go back onto the crab walk position. So like I said, your shoulders are going to get a nice burn for today. For this one particularly, we're going to be on our backs, just like so. This time though, we're just going to try to shoot up towards the ceiling, kind of flatten out the torso here with the legs, reach it up, cross the body, bring it back down. Other side, reach up, cross the body, back down. So if I'm doing it towards you guys here, reach up, cross the body, back down, reach up, cross the body, back down. If you feel like it's difficult to hold your body up while doing this, take a quick second break before you do go back into it. If you need to, if anything, you can always reach up and sit back down, reach up, sit back down. That's perfectly fine too, instead of holding it up or keeping your body suspended for the entire round, right? So let's try it out in 3, 2, 1, and go. Down, just alternating, nice and easy. Really try to thrust all the way up while doing this. And AJ, what does this have to do with martial arts? Well, I know we're usually a kicking crew here and with a little bit of punching and stuff, but I guess one of the arts I do also train is a grappling art, judo. And if you happen to be a BJJ practitioner or even interested in it, having a strong core and upper body, in this case, will help you be able to last longer on the ground. So that works. This is also just good in general for like punching as well, just to make sure you have solid shoulders and solid shoulder strength to do it. About 10 more seconds. So yeah, strengthening the shoulders and upper body and that core is essential, even for kicks too, benefits. And time. Relax, have a seat. So that's one, right? Now this time, instead of our arms coming up, this time we're gonna have our legs come up. So we're going to go into our crab walk position. This time we're going to straighten the body out, stretch it up towards our torso, bring it back down. Posture up, legs as high as we can, bring it back down. So the key is having the leg straight the entire time, heel pushed out, and then pretty much making sure again that that torso is flat as when we extend out, right? So if you're doing it properly, you'll definitely feel strength, especially if you have a tendency to have tight hamstrings sorts, and your core is going to get a good workout on this one. So like I said, if you need a break in between, just have your bottom sit on the ground first in between the reps, then shoot up. Or if you think you can last an entire round, stay up and just do the exercise continuously without letting contact on the ground happen. Okay, so let's get it going in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and go. All the way up, back down. This one's a challenging one, especially for the kicks and making sure your hips are all the way up before it happens. And if you're able to use a mirror while doing this, or even video, this will probably help be a good indicator, because I know my left side, particularly for me, isn't the strongest. So when I'm pushing up, I really have to make sure I am. These are one of the things that you probably should look at form to make sure you're doing it right, if you can. 15 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and time. Nicely. Hopefully this time around with this, this is a quick warm up, like I said, so do this 4 times at least if you can. If anything, like you can probably do this up to like 7 times or 8 times, honestly, if you feel like the rounds are too simple. But just watch it, because I feel like it's very easy to underestimate shoulder strength. I feel like, especially too, a little bit of your like lower back and your core, if you're not very used to working those areas out. So try to see how you feel with 4 at max first, and then if you think you can do more, go for it. But fair warning, you probably will feel it the next day, so just keep an eye out for that.